She's here.
Okay.
He's there.
Are you Mr. White?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir. All right, Mr. Rouvier, are you representing Mr. White?
I do represent Mr. White.
All right, what do we have any probable cause issues here? I see a charge of aggravated assault with a firearm and domestic battery.
Judge, I would ask that you take a gander at the allegations which allegedly support the aggravated assault charge.
All right.
I'm not sure that it reaches the elements by any means.
Boyfriend, girlfriend, possible breakup. It was a visit to supposedly take custody of the defendant's child and retrieve his personal items. Defendant, who's a Miami Dade Police Officer, appeared at the Rainbow Housing Project in full uniform while on duty. Argued supposedly there was a shove and supposedly there was sufficient force to do something, at least to strike a wall. Short taped interview. There's some alleged threatening and intimidating behavior. Expressions of fear. Sounds like there are allegations that the defendant had a very bad day here.
However,
Noted that the firearm was never removed from the holster. And supposedly just it's being accessible was enough. I don't think so.
Your Honor, it's more than just being accessible. The statute requires a threat by word or act. The act doesn't necessarily have to be pointing the gun at the victim. It's the state's position that tugging at and reaching for the gun while involved in this heated dispute where he has just shoved the victim is sufficient threat, specifically because the defendant is a police officer, was in full uniform, and the victim obviously knew of his career and the training for firearms that would go along with this.
Judge, and I'm glad this counsel brought that up because, Judge, if one would look at the training for a police officer, anytime there was any type of physical contact, one way or the other, it's a move to protect the gun. The hand automatically goes to the gun. So,
Well, be that as it may, I do find enough for a misdemeanor assault and a domestic battery. So we're talking about bonds in the nature of how much, Mr. Rouvier? What?
Well, Judge, you take into consideration as well that this is a lifelong resident of this Miami-Dade County. His family lives here.
Well, what's the standard bond for these kind of
the misdemeanors or
misdemeanors?
$1,500 depending on the level of it, Judge.
All right, there'll be a $1,500 domestic battery and $1,500 and $1,000 on the assault. $1,000 on the assault. Wait, someone's showing me.
And Judge, the state would be objecting.
Oh, the calendar shows it already.
Objecting to a finding for simple assault. There was the deadly weapon involved.
Okay. Well, it never left its safe place, allegedly.
So is that 1,000 on count 1 and 15?
Mr. White, you heard me set the bond, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm also going to enter a stay-away order so that we keep the peace here. You're not to engage in any criminal activity during the pendency of this case, obviously. You're not to do that anytime. Also not to use or possess any illegal drugs, obviously. You're not to use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition of any kind, and you must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, or concealed weapons permit to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. Now, do you have any firearms at home?
No, sir.
Your Honor, we surrendered the firearm to the police last night when we...
Okay, then we need some kind of receipt filed according to the stay-away order.
Okay, Judge, then I will contact the proper authorities at Miami Dade Police Department and have them provide us something.
All right.
Oh,
Also, you're prohibited from having any contact with Kendris Smith, directly or indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, pager, fax, or through third persons. In other words, and no carrier pigeons, no emails, no text messaging, no instant messaging, no Facebook stuff, all that modern stuff as well. You have to stay at least 500 feet away from her, her home, her place of employment, and school at all times. And this is a spouse, correct?
no, Your Honor.
This is someone who lived together, cohabitant?
Yes.
Okay, same issues apply. Sir, do you need to go back to the house to pick up any belongings or personal items?
No, sir.
No?
No.
Are you sure? Okay. Then don't do that. And this is your stay-away order. I'll give your copy to your lawyer, I think. And Madam Clerk is trying to get my attention. What is it, 1,500? This pen isn't writing. Yep. You know what, give a felt tip or something? Or something to write on. These forms don't write very well. Yep. All right, 1,500 for count 1. And what did I say for count 2?
We have to get it afterwards. We can print it.
1,500.
No.
15 and 1.
15 and 1. That's right. I need another. Bob, can you find me something that a felt tip writes? Thanks. Maybe a couple. Okay. Thanks. Felt tip? No, I need a felt tip. Sorry.